Hi, my name is Kat, but I'm a dog person, and I normally talk about books on this channel, but I decided to talk about the new series Carnival Row because I really liked it, and I saw Booktubers advertising it, so, same brand. It's fine. I just figured we'd have a little chit-chat while I did my makeup this morning, and we could talk about this show that I really liked, and it would be like hanging out with a friend, Just let me know your thoughts on the show. We can have a little conversation, get to know each other a little better. Sounds fun to me. Carnival Row has Orlando Bloom in it, and it's been a few years since I saw him, but he's still fine, so that's great. I feel like I can, tell that he's aged, but I can't tell that he's aged because he's from Hollywood, I feel like his face might be maybe a millimeter less narrow or something, and that's, the one thing I noticed that made him look a little bit older to me, but it's, he's been preserved so well with all of the Hollywood elixirs and probably little, fillers to, if there's one little wrinkle, it's probably gone, but I feel like maybe I saw the ghost of where a wrinkle was or something. I don't know. I can just tell that he's older, but he still looks young AF, and it's that creepy Hollywood stuff, and yeah. It's fine. We still like him. I mean, I guess he's not that much older than when he was in Pirates of the Caribbean. He just, had more of, a juvenile look to his face before, I guess, and now he looks like a man, I don't know. I was just saying he looks a little different. So it starts out with Orlando Bloom, or figuring out his life and stuff in this fairy world. Well, it's our world, but there are fairies, and they've discovered them, and, the humans are terrible to the fairies and the fae, and there are these creatures called pucks that have, horns, and their hair goes all the way down, and then they've got these big horns. It's kind of look Klingonish because they got all of this stuff going on their heads. I kind of want to try and do that look, but I know I couldn't recreate the horns, so I don't know what I would do. Maybe just paint the hair and paint the horns. It would be ridiculous. There would be no point in doing that. I'm great at doing my makeup while talking, can you tell? I'm using the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer by Too Faced. Not sponsored, obviously. I have 17 subscribers. I feel like I should have planned this out better, but okay, so oh no, you fell! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Come back to me. Come back to me, my people. Okay, you're back. I feel like I'm not too big on the main romance between Orlando Bloom and Vignette, and it's mostly because Orlando Bloom was a total douche for telling her that he was dead. I don't really get the motivation behind it. They spend the whole season trying to explain it, and I still don't get it. I don't see why they didn't just run off to wherever they could have lived in peace. It literally makes no sense to me. I don't know why he had this sudden change of heart. It's just it's a little contrived to me, but I'm still enjoying the rest of this storyline, so I'll let it pass, Honestly, the romance that I'm the most into is, oh god, why can't I remember anyone's names? I've literally watched the whole season, and then I rewatched a few of the first episodes, so I should know these people's names, but I'm terrible with names. So the puck who has a house, and it's a big scandal. I love the slow building little romance between him and his neighbor. And going back and watching the episodes again, just seeing the little hints that they were going to get together, seeing the tension build and knowing what's going to happen. I liked that. I really liked going back and rewatching the first few episodes because I understood it a lot better after watching the whole season. So, if you like rewatching stuff, I think this is really a good one to rewatch because you catch more stuff. Or maybe you caught it all the first time and I'm just slow. Whatever. I feel like I would have much rather Vignette actually get with her fairy friend who she had broken up with in the past, and they're just good friends. Honestly, I ship them a lot more than Vignette and Orlando Bloom because, I know Orlando Bloom is, secretly a fairy, and he loves Vignette because she's a fairy, but there's, so many other fairies around. I don't know why he likes her that much, because, in the beginning of their romance, she's just a fucking bitch to him. She's just oh, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, I don't like you. I don't... I don't get what drew him to her in particular, I just, It's still fun to watch. I'm still like really liking it, but they are not my OTP by any means. I was so sad that that dude's little acting troupe of little creatures was taken away. Oh my god. Like, why did they have to do that to me? For the CGI budget, probably. But, you know, that poor little old man. Like, I see great things for him. I'm really glad that he became an advisor to the new chancellor, but I don't know. Maybe in the next season, that chick, oh god, I really need to remember people's names. The chick who is trying to like make an alliance with the new chancellor, you know, she's like the mastermind behind all of this. Spoiler, you know, I'm gonna put spoilers in the title, like this is spoiler filled. I don't know how to structure things to where it's like, okay, this is the point where spoilers are, now turn away. Like, I'm not structured enough for that. We're just having a chat. Watch the whole season before watching this video. Oh my god, okay. I'm just like focusing on talking to you and I can't think about what makeup I want to do. I'm so great at multitasking. Okay, I'm gonna put on some contour. That's what I'm gonna do. I am using Too Faced Sun Bunny Natural Bronzer. I actually got this for free because I bought concealer and foundation and primer at the same time. So the chick at Sephora was like, here, I'll throw in a bronzer for you. And I was like, we're best friends now. It's official. I had been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, but I like that I only have to pull out this tiny little thing when I use this one, so I've been using this now. I'm not like, oh, this shade is so much better, oh, this is just easier to pull out. That's straight up my decision process. That's the whole decision-making process right there. Like, I know some people are so great with different shades, and they're like, oh, this lipstick goes particularly good with this lip gloss. Like, I can't tell the difference in the different shades of lip gloss most of the time. Like, any lip gloss on top of lipstick is like the same to me. I feel, I don't know. I am not that into my makeup. Like, I love doing makeup, but there are just certain things that do not appeal to me. I will do whatever I feel like that day, you know? I know that it used to be a concept like, oh, you're an autumn, oh, you're a winter, and I kind of always really wanted to learn what I am. But whenever I've gone into, like, a Sephora or an Ulta or something and asked, like, oh, do you think I'm, like, an autumn? They're like, oh, that's, like, an old concept. It's outdated. No one does that anymore. You can use any shade anytime, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I just want to know what color palette you think particularly looks good on me, okay? Like, I just want a little advice, okay? It's not a steadfast rule or anything. I just want what you think is, like, a good color palette, and then I can, like, play and explore that. You know what I mean? Okay, back to Carnival Row. I wonder if those little acting troupe creatures are ever going to come back. Like, I feel like that was such a short little storyline for them. They're going to have to come back at some point. Like, maybe they're going to help in the war effort. Like, I could see them, like, loading little cannons and stuff. That would be fun. I think they're going to get them back. I think they're gonna come back whenever they get more of a CGI budget. Honestly, when I first started watching the show, I was like, ooh, I don't like the way those wings look. Oh, because like sometimes they look good, and like certain shots they look really good, but in certain shots, it's like there's literally just fabric wings hanging off of your back. It just looks like part of like a silk dress or something is hanging off of your back. And like at first I was having a hard time figuring out how their wings were exactly attached until they finally showed some good shots of how their like clothes opened around the wings, you know? I thought that was cool that you finally got to, you know, figure all of that out. I like the more detail I can get about the fairies' lives, the happier I am. Okay, I've done blush. Oh, what blush did I use? Did I even tell you? Okay, I think I used Pacifica's coconut blush. Coconut infused blush for your beautiful cheeks, 100% vegan and cruelty free. I'm not vegan because I have too many food intolerances, but I would love to be. I can't eat sesame, chickpeas, lentils, or oats, so that would make things pretty difficult since like lentils and chickpeas are getting really big now. And it's like a lot of vegan food, so. And sesame. People use sesame in everything. Did you know that sesame doesn't have to be listed in the list of ingredients in the United States because it's not considered a major allergen? So like companies can hide it under something like natural flavoring or spices or something, and I don't know that there's sesame in it, and then I cyclically vomit. It's great. back to Carnival Row. Oh god, what am I doing next? I did my blush highlighter. I'm gonna use Becca's Champagne Pop. You know what this is. Everyone knows what this is. This is like the most famous highlighter. Okay, I waited years to buy it, and I'm just so happy with it. Look at that. This is so pretty. What did you think about the way that fairies age? Like, I thought that was really interesting, that fairies don't age on their body, but you can, like, tell from their wings how old they are, like the veining on their wings. I thought that was pretty cool. But also, I feel like the fairies do age a little bit because, like, his mom looked older than Vignette to me, just personally. Like, they don't all look, like, exactly the same age like I thought they would. They all look young, but some of them still look, like, more adult than others, you know what I mean? I absolutely love the fairy friend of Vignette's who works in the whorehouse. She is a goddess. I love her. I want to see more of her. She's such a supportive friend. I don't see why Vignette likes Orlando Bloom over her, okay? I ship them so much harder. I just don't. It's just because Orlando Bloom wanted to make out with the main actress who is Vignette. Like, that's probably the whole reasoning behind it. Because I saw that he's actually, like, a producer on the show, and I'm like, yeah, because he had a million sex scenes. Like, you know he wrote those, and he's like, okay, hot actress here, hot actress here. Like, oh my god, the first sex scene with Orlando Bloom, when he's just, like, got her up against the dresser, and then they, like, switch positions and stuff, like, he's getting into it. They're, like, very fit people. There's so much sex up against a wall, too. I'm like, oh, damn. You know, I've never actually accomplished that. Like, maybe I need to drop about 100 pounds so I can try that. Is this inappropriate for YouTube? You're probably entertained. It's fine. What am I doing next? What am I doing next? I feel like this is a little uneven. Okay, eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette because I feel like its colors are pretty neutral and easy to not fuck up. And I'm doing my makeup on camera now, so people are gonna be like, oh, look at all the shit you did. You're so bad at this. So this will, like, lessen those comments, you know? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go... It's hard to read the names of these because I've had this since high school. Yeah, I don't throw away my expired eyeshadow. Sue me. I think I'm gonna use Buzz. It's this, like, sparkly pinky shade. It's an all-over lid color. Oh man, I wish that I could do my makeup like the whore fairy. She is so beautiful. She's like got so much highlight going on. I love her blue hair. Her hair is always perfectly curled. Like, do you know how long it takes to do a hairstyle like that? Those types of curls are crazy. I have never accomplished it. I have never done that. But I know someone who got it done for prom, and she says it took a long time. So whenever I see that, I'm like, oh, they went to the effort. They went to the peak. Okay. They know what they're about. I really like that there was bi-representation and disability representation, like with the fairy who lost his leg and talks about phantom limb, and then Orlando Bloom talks about having phantom limb with his wings. That is cool. I like that. I think that it's a cool part of the story while adding representation. Like, it's really cool. I wish that The Devouring Grey had a little bit of representation like that. Oh, little stab there. Little stabby stab. Okay. I probably didn't even pay that much attention to The Devouring Grey. Like, it's probably a good book, but I was just in, like, a bad mood when reading it. Like, maybe I should go back and read it, because everybody likes that book so much. I just... No, you know what? I shouldn't. I should just enjoy the books that I enjoy. There's no point in trying to force myself to like something. That's peer pressure. I am, like, all over the place with what I'm talking about, I know. But just stick with me. Be my friend. Let's just have a little conversation. Is this even? Maybe I need to put a little more on this one. I just threw up in my mouth. That was fun. I was having so much fun with the mystery in Carnival Row. I loved how things were tying together. I really want to know what's going on with the weird puck religion where they're like whipping themselves. You know, it gave me a lot of Game of Thrones vibes. I'm like thinking someone's gonna come out with a bell and be like, shame! Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. I promise I'm not trying to like pick my nose, but this nostril is like itchy AF right now. What shade should I use out here? That's what I do. I like always do the same thing with my eyeshadow. I just put a base on, and then I choose a darker color and I put it out here, and then I choose like the lightest color and I go around, and I just feel like that gives my eyes some definition. It's the look I know how to do. It's the look that I like to do. I don't know. I sometimes experiment, but half the time it just winds up looking so bad to me. I'm like, no! Like, you know, some people on YouTube, they have like such big wings on their eyes when they do eyeliner, and I think it looks so great on them. And I will go into the mirror and start trying to do winged eyeliner, and it like scares me when it gets too big. I'm like, no, my face looks too different. I can't handle it. I'm sure that it probably actually looks good, but I can't. I just can't handle it. See the difference? Look at that. Look at that definition. Look at that. I'll blend it later. It's fine. Oh god, now I can't remember what shade I used. I should have told you guys what shade I was using. I think I used Liar. I'm just gonna use Liar. If not, I'm a liar. It works. I loved that Vignette loves books. I love that the main character loves books. You know me and books. Books are my friends. That's why I love Sorcery of Thorns so much, because she talks to book. I thought that it was so sad when they had vignettes, just like cultures, books inside of the museum and stuff. That was so sad to me. And when they first like had that whole montage of it happening, I thought that Orlando Bloom like sold out her library and did that. Like so many times in this story I thought that Orlando Bloom was the villain. I like kept waiting for him to have like majorly betrayed Vignette because of how he said he was dead. Like I'm waiting for that to be a reveal that he was like working with someone or something. Like it's just such a villainy move to me. I'm having a hard time believing he's a protagonist, you know? I'm just like, you don't just up and tell somebody that you're dead for no reason. I don't get it. That one part of the show is bugging me so much. I'm fine. Itchy nostrils. I'm gonna take Strange, put it around my eyes. Like, makes the things pop. It makes it pop. Sound effects make things more entertaining. Oh, that's a good tip, by the way. If you're like studying and you're getting bored with what you're reading, I find it helps to read the stuff out loud in funny voices. Hi, sorry if it's a different angle. I had to go and get my eyeliner. I just bought some more in the mail, like from Amazon, because the lid fell off of my last one and it totally dried out. And I was sad because this eyeliner is really good. I tried using some NARS pencil liner while I was out of this. This is Sex Kitten by Tarte. And the NARS stuff made my eyes like cry. I have really sensitive eyes, so if I use the wrong eyeliner or mascara at all, it's just like my eyes will cry until all of it is gone. I totally forgot to go back in with a blending brush and blend this, but I think it didn't look too bad. So I'm just gonna... I already have a little bit of a line in there, so we're just gonna keep going. I feel like doing my eyeliner on camera is stressing me out, so I'm gonna come back in a minute. Jesus. Ugh, okay. I accidentally gave myself a little beauty mark. Should I leave it? Is it cute? No? Okay. I'm making it worse. Contour. If I just like... Okay. Now I'll just redo my contour. Where's my sun bunny? I really hope that I don't close the drawer too hard and knock down the camera again. Polished, chiseled, snatched. Oh man, I haven't done my eyebrows. That's like an important thing to internet people, isn't it? I hope I don't forget to do my mascara again. Last time I did my makeup on camera, I forgot to do my mascara. But I'm not actually uploading that video because I decided against it, so I didn't even need to tell you that. So I just go through with, Jesus, I think this is Benefit Cabrow in number 3, I think is the shade. And I just kind of make it have my hairs sit down, and then I fill in this top part a little bit to make my eyebrows a little more angular, and that's about all I do. I'm not that great at, like, blending it. Some people are so great, they have, like, the perfect gradient. I have not mastered that. I think they do it more with, like, pencils than something like this, but I feel like if I tried pencils, I would just have lines all over my face. When they first showed the headmaster of the orphanage dying in Carnival Row, I totally thought that that was like a scene from Orlando Bloom's childhood and the guy had died in front of him. But it still was his actual headmaster. Like, some of the things that happened in that show, I'm like, okay, is this what's happening? And then they reveal more and I was totally wrong about things. I know it's so itchy. Okay, I think all I need is mascara now, and then some setting spray. Let's put away all of this other shit. I sometimes put powder foundation on. Totally forgot that. Didn't really need it. I think it's fine. What was I doing? I'm doing mascara. Where's my mascara? Oh my god, did I lose my mascara? Where'd my mascara go? Found it. It's Damn Girl by Too Faced. Oh, and the I totally forgot to say what primer I used. I used Benefit the Professional Matte Rescue. I am so nauseous. I really wish that we got to know a little bit more about Orlando Bloom's mom. Maybe we will later. She seems like an interesting character. I did not like the song that she wrote for her son. It sounded stupid to me. I didn't like it. It like was pretty cringy for me. And then the scenes where like there was this one scene where he's like reciting the song and then Orlando Bloom finishes it, like those lines. Was not feeling it. I know it was trying to make me feel all the feels. It was not. But I will let it slide because I love fairy shows. There's political intrigue, there's sex, there's a weird religion uprising, there's romance, there's bi romance, there's gay love, and there's tragedy, there's interracial relationships and interspecies relationships, but they're still like human type species that can consent because I do not approve of bestiality. Consent is important, people. But I really like that, and I just really like how they're using fantasy to represent so many marginalized groups. They're talking about disabled people, they're talking about minorities, they're talking about like racial minorities, romantic minorities. Oh my god!
All around me are familiar faces.
Today is not my day. Just keep going, cat. It's okay. You know what? Maybe I should just leave this line here. Like, did you think that my eyelashes were naturally this way? Maybe I should just keep it this way. People will know. But it was from putting on mascara. It's fine. It's socially acceptable now, because I said it is. You know, I thought we really weren't gonna like the servant in Imogen's household. The girl who was working with Vignette in the beginning and was like, I hope you're not going to be any trouble. I really thought we weren't gonna like her, but we like her. We stand. She's nice. She just didn't want her life getting messed up. She didn't, like, blame Vignette for running away. And I think she understood what happened and made Vignette run away. And I really like that there was just, like, not victim blaming in things that were happening, you know? Like, it was just so good about showing things without making it too problematic, I feel. Like, there was almost rape scene, but she broke away from him. Nobody victim blames her. No, it was just, you know, it was nice to see those things still incorporated while not being too offensive. Maybe I'm being too PC right now. Like, I still enjoy Game of Thrones and stuff. I didn't feel like the bad scenes in that took away from the story for me. I felt like, you know, it's a brutal world there. That's just how it is. But I also like that this show Carnival Row found a way to represent those things without, you know, triggering people as much, probably. That's nice, because being triggered's not fun. You know, I don't think it's cool to make fun of people for having triggers. It's not like they want to have those triggers. Who would choose to hear a certain word and freak out, you know? Like, no one wants that. Well, maybe people with Munchausers, but that's a different thing. Munchausens. Oh my gosh. That's good enough. Okay. You can't tell that I put on mascara, but I did. Look, hang on. Maybe you can tell. No, I want to put on maybe one more coat of mascara. What else? I feel like I wasn't very good at summing up the show, but I don't know what else to talk about in the show. I really liked it. I like how we find out that, like, the first scene that's a sex scene with a fairy, it's the girl who's the prostitute, and she, like, wraps her legs around the dude, and they, like, fly in the air as he's climaxing, and that's, like, a cool scene. But then, later, you see Vignette and Orlando Bloom have sex, and you realize that that prostitute was, like, you know, trying to show off and be fairy-like because she knows that guy has, like, that kink, and that's why he's coming to her. But if, like, a fairy's really feeling pleasure, she's not gonna, like, fly up in the air and flit her wings a ton. What happened with Vignette is that her wings were going, like, slow, and they were, like, actually lighting up and stuff. But then we also find out that humans aren't really supposed to be able to make their wings light up, and the reason Orlando Bloom was allowed to make her wings light up is because he's actually half fairy. Not, you know, just cool little, all these different little things. Like, I know I'm sitting here analyzing sex scenes, but they were good parts of the story. They weren't just, like, sex scenes for sex scenes. I felt like a lot of them, you know, brought in different things about the different characters. You find out things through paying attention to even, like, the sex scenes. That's just good storytelling to me. I'm going to use NYX I am going to be using NYX Professional Makeup Matte Finish Finny Matte Long Lasting Setting Spray. This stuff. I used to, like, barely spray any on, but then I watched Jeffree Star and he, like, goes ham, so maybe it makes a difference. I don't know. I started going ham. This is like $5 or something, so. Okay, I think that's my chit chat about the new series Carnival Row. I really liked it. What are your thoughts? Who is your OTP? Do you like the relationship between Vignette and Orlando Bloom? Do you think that I'm right and that she should have wound up with a prostitute? Because I'm right and she should have wound up with a prostitute. Argue with me in the comments.